Well, let's go check out the garden. I have a lot of things are growing, but there's also been an invasion by an enemy force. I need some advice, let's put it that way. Well, everything is popping, including these. There's some sort of wild sweet pea, and the vines were growing for a couple weeks, and suddenly this morning I woke up and the whole yard was covered with them. They are so pretty. As you can see, I'm going to need a mow pretty soon. I like to do this in June when everything is dried up. There is no more chance for serious rain. Well, seedlings are starting to come up. I've got some large pumpkins right there and some little tiny tomatoes. And here's a cucumber. I did an experiment. I had these little tiny 3 cavity planters from Dollar Tree a year or two ago, and I thought I'd plant one of each in here. I have a cucumber, a tomato, and I think this is some sort of zucchini. Oops. Yeah, it's this yellow squash. So I thought I'd see how that went. So far the only thing that's come up is the cucumber in this one. But they're all taking their time. They all come up in their own time. These are all Dollar Tree seeds. There are some more that I have. Mini pumpkins are taking a longer period of time, but that was the case last year. More yellow squash coming up. More cucumbers coming up. Nothing yet from the butternut squash or from the tomatoes here. This area down at the bottom is thriving. Because so many of these boxes were in the shade, I turned them over to herb plants, and they are all doing great. The sage, I have marjoram. This lemon balm has gone wild. Every time I walk out, it's bigger. It was in a little tiny pot for the longest time, and no action. Now look at it. The transplanted chamomile is doing great, but I see there's a bunch of other leaves in there that I have to pull out. It's like literally overnight. Lemon thyme. And I transplanted these chamomile 2 days after I transplanted the other ones, and these just did not thrive as well. Enough of them are thriving that it's fine. I'm watering them and caring for them, and hopefully they will spread to the rest of the box. But they needed to get out of those old Dollar Tree laundry baskets at some point. They're starting to rot there. Rhubarb is doing good. This is the best it's looked in years. This guy's doing good. Starting to get friendlier again after his time away. Now he's stalking me just like the old days. My Walmart asparagus is limping along. I've heard it takes a couple of years to really get started. I figured whichever ones took is fine. I think they grow underground. They put up more. So I put them in a large tote here, and we'll see what happens. I have 2 more asparagus in here. And the pumpkin is coming up great. I took 2 of these little Dollar Tree 3-cavity containers and put them out in back. I wanted to see which area, the back or the front, would have the seeds come up earliest, and so far these haven't come up at all, so we'll see. The 2 lantana that I gave up for dead last winter are starting to come back. Everything in the forest here looks amazing this time of year. Got to get it all cut down though. Becomes a hiding ground for poison oak and other things. I am loving having my potting area up here. This is just like wonderful to have this table with the sink. The sink still needs to be attached to the hose. I have some sort of fitting that needs to happen there. The handyman was going to take care of it, but if he doesn't come by, I can always, I guess, find the parts myself. But I just love having the table here. I can put pots and soil, all that sort of stuff. It's just great. I've been filling my old refrigerator up with all sorts of sticks. Eventually, handyman and I are going to go out to the dump and get some compost. I think it's $15 a yard. Right now he told me he needs to get a new tire for his trailer. So that'll be nice. I'm looking forward to using this. This area has its challenges. The fact that it's in the sun has been absolutely awesome for growth, but this whole area is kind of like an animal thoroughfare. Years ago, I put a little greenhouse here because it was in the sun, and one morning I looked out the bedroom window and it was completely snapped in half. I don't even know what happened. Stuff was everywhere. The greenhouse was snapped in half. And I'm still having a situation with animals or an animal digging in here. I believe these were some sort of squash here. I want to say green, maybe yellow. I can't find the tag right now because something went in and just dug it up. They just dug and dug and dug and shoved all the plants. There was 2 plants in there over to the side. So as a matter of fact, I had just taken last night this plant and moved it over to the middle, and it's here again on the side. So something's looking for something, and so I don't know what they'd be looking for in there. This is a good opportunity for me to see what areas need more security. There's also been some digging in the compost pile last night. I don't know if a cat could do this much. I don't mind if they dig in the compost pile, but for God's sake, leave the plants alone. Something knocked this lavender over, standing upright. Let me see if I can fix it. Now it's back. I don't know if a cat could have done that. Anyway, this area is going to need some monitoring. The other lavenders and the rosemary seem to be doing well, but everywhere I see evidence of this digging. This had green zucchini seeds in it. Goodness knows where those are now. And this is dill, all dug up. I think what I might need to do is put tomato trees or some sort of wiring over the top or around the edge, something to keep these predators out, because this is just not cool. Ooh, check this out. Look what they were digging in there. It's a lot of digging. I am also now thinking about perhaps bringing in another refrigerator and putting everything in the refrigerators, because I think these are too high for predators to get into. I don't have this problem in the lower part of the garden. It's just like 50 feet away. I'm not quite sure why here is so attractive. Something has started spontaneously growing in there, and nothing has dug these 2 up because they are in this container. So I might start putting my grow bags inside of the plastic containers. I'm hoping by getting this all mowed down and cleaned up, maybe it will help a little bit with the predators, because there'll be less places to hide. But who knows? To be quite frank, I'm a little concerned there are those pigs. I saw that wild pig a few weeks ago on the road, and I just don't know enough about pigs, but some of these holes are pretty impressive. I do have a game cam, and I'm considering putting it out. So that's what's happening. What do you think I should do about that digging thing? I'm not sure what's digging or what's going on. I know we're going to go get compost, the handyman and I, and have them bring another refrigerator. I guess that's the direction I'm going in now, is these big refrigerators to keep predators out of the beds there. I know the handyman has those refrigerators at his house and nothing gets in. So your thoughts are appreciated. Thank you so much for watching.